That was enough. I mean, people in Ohio were pretty damn mad about this. So they put a proposition on the ballot. In America, we can vote yes or no on actual referendums and measures and laws each election. And sometimes that does very good things like medical marijuana and rent control, living wage, good land use laws. Other times it does things like 3 strikes you're out, bringing back the death penalty, 25-year sentences for smoking pot. You know, referendums like that are backed by prison guards, unions, and corporations that run private prisons, by the way. Anyway, they had a measure on the ballot in Ohio the year after the Bush-Kerry fiasco, banning those machines. But of course, people had to vote on those machines, yes or no. So even the conservative daily papers in Ohio are predicting, yep, it's going to win by a 2/3 majority. Election day, it loses by a 2/3 majority. What do you do in a situation like this? Well, in Canada, for one, do not ever let those machines into this country. Ever. If you do, you've kissed your democracy goodbye with a click of a mouse.
You're here.
It's that, so they are here. How widespread?
In the NIMO election they use them up time.
Well, maybe some of you have a sledgehammer. Or you could find there's other things to do with those machines, too. But what really galled me about this, though, in 2004, people knew this was going to happen in advance. The Republicans even announced they were going to send in officials from out of state into Ohio to stop black people in the street and challenge whether their address was real and they should be allowed to vote and all. Where was John Kerry? Okay, fine. He would have been great in low-budget vampire movies. But again, a leader, no, a deal-maker of the vampire variety, I suppose. And here, all this shit is going down right in front of everybody's face, and the toothless vampire couldn't even get out of his coffin at night to save his own election and stand with all the people who got burned in Ohio. He could have flown in and stood there by the State House saying, rerun the goddamn election. No, just conceded the next day, thus abandoning all the people robbed of their votes, all the other people in his own party robbed of their election to smaller offices. He even was so arrogant he wouldn't even campaign in states like Alabama where he figured Bush was going to win. Just concentrate on the swing states. But what that meant is every single person in Alabama who was halfway decent, who was running against a right-wing Republican for mayor or state legislator or sheriff or whatever, he abandoned all of them, too. What he could have done is just stood up for everybody and say, look, voting should not be privatized. Ever. Although, even in Canada, you can do this across the net. So if there's anybody here who's really good at hacking computers, then there is fun to be had around before the first Tuesday in November if you can get to these Diebold machines and ES&S machines and Sequoia machines and have some fun with this ourselves. So then the right-wing punditoids on the news and little Barbie doll news ladies are all just going into conniptions and spaz attacks on election night like Dan Rather did when Jesse Ventura, the pro wrestler, got elected governor of Minnesota. Well, we have no idea what's going on here, but it looks like the 12th state in a row has elected Homer Simpson governor. Electronic voting machines, even in the NIMO, if something like that pops up, maybe they will think twice the second time around. And another thing, I got something dripping in me. Hi. Sell me on eBay. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know what is going on. I gotta pee again, too. I didn't drink that much water today. Maybe it was one of those smoothies I had some magic diuretic in it that's wreaking havoc on our evenings here. Oh, somebody's in there. Some people take honor where they can find it. Okay, here we go. Really? This joke was much funnier the first time, wasn't it? I'm really trying to do this as fast as possible. We have many more horror stories this evening. Many more. Many more. Alright. Oh my God, the little string you pulled fell into the stone. There, I'll put it back through the little hole. The moral of the story, you want a grassroots cultural center that affects change, make the handle work and get it fixed.